Matthew 25:35 says, "For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me a drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in." Today's reading was Matthew 23 through 25, and it's full of warnings and parables from Jesus himself. I want to focus on chapter 25 today. We are looking at the parable of the sheep and the goats, and this story is set in the time when Jesus has come and he has all the nations set before him. Starting in verse 31, it says, "When the Son of Man comes in his glory and all the angels with him, he will sit on his glorious throne." Verse 32, all the nations will be gathered before him. Imagine that, all the people. "And he will separate the people from one another. As a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats, he will put the sheep on his right and the goats on his left." So in this parable, it says that the sheep are the people on the right, and they are the ones that have fed Jesus. They took him in when he needed a place to sleep. They clothed him. Verse 37 says, "The righteous person asks, 'Lord, when did I do these things to you? When did I give you a place to sleep? When did I feed you or visit you in prison?'" Verse 40, "The king will reply, 'Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me.'" So who are the least of these? Those are people in need. Those are people that need compassion and love and the fruits of the Spirit that we as other Christians have to give them in all aspects of life. Whenever another fellow Christian brother or sister is in need, if they are in prison, if they are hungry, they are poor or lacking in some way, maybe poor in spirit or monetarily, we as their Christian brother or sister, we are to care for them and to extend what we have to them. The goats who are on the left of the king, who is Jesus, they are going to go away to eternal punishment, but the righteous will go to eternal life. That is what it says in verse 46 of chapter 25. Back in chapter 22, we read in the book of Matthew, verse 37, it says, "Jesus replied, 'Love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself.'" And we are seeing in today's readings the consequences of doing or not doing that. I pray that God bless you with a generous spirit, and I pray that whatever way that you can give and help others around you today, whether that be with money, a kind word, an act of service, whatever it may be, I pray that God give you the strength and the will to do so. All right, that's it for today. See you tomorrow.